Jai Shri Ram. In case you're wondering why am I addressing you like that, is we are all now in the atmosphere of Ram. I thought I would talk about two things, lust and anger, right? Kama and Krodha. Both have been addressed a lot in our all our books, right from Bhagavad Gita and all those books. And they've spoken a lot about both these things, and because anger grows from lust. When you wish to have something and you can't get it, you get angry, right? So in fact, while doing your Sandhya Vandan every day, you keep asking God not to ensure that your day-to-day activities you're able to carry on without these two demons. And annually once you say, I could not do all my duties that I should have done because of Kama and Krodha. So you spend spend a long time chatting saying that Kama and Krodha actually did not let me do some of these things, which is true. So let us come to the definition of Kama and Krodha. They are definitely considered among the top 5 evils in our lives. I mean, other things apart, let's talk only about Kama and Krodha now. Anger usually appears as part of desire. You desire something and you want it now, right? You don't even want it yesterday. You preferably want it yesterday. You want it and you want it now, and all those impediments to having it causes anger, right? So you want something and you must have it. So the bigger and richer and more powerful you are, you try to acquire it by using means fair or foul, which leads to murder and things like that. That is the extreme case of lust, anger leading to that kind of an action. Most of us will not go much beyond anger. We will be angry, we will be jealous, there will be krodh, but we will not go much beyond that. We may not have the guts to do it. So what all does it lead to? I mean, anger is what all form? Wrath, irritation, resentfulness, desperation, hatred, hot-tempered, short-tempered, whatever. And I am now quoting Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. It says, anger which springs from lust that drives a man towards sinful action. So what causes sin? Sin is obviously caused by lust, lust leading to anger, anger leading to action, right? When we develop a desire to possess, we want to possess it now and we don't care about the means. And when we are not able to, we get desperate and we just need to do it, and therefore that leads us to sinning, right? When it's like throwing a ball against a wall. The ball is bound to come back to you. You can't help it. You keep catching the ball and keep throwing it against the wall. It's going to come back to you. So desire is also something like that. You have to be able to live without desire. I'm not even getting into that area. But if you have desires, you need to know how to manage it, which is more important than hysterically shouting that oh, I need it and things like that, which children do, right? With children also, you see, when there is desire, it leads to anger, it leads to tantrums. That's what we are. Unfortunately, when we throw tantrums, there's nobody to look after us, unless you're very rich and powerful, spoiled brat, and then you can throw tantrums, you can throw people, you can do whatever you want because you think you're privileged. And that is what happens when your lust turns to so much of anger. If you take hunger, it subsides the minute you feed it, right? If you're hungry, if you eat something, the hunger goes away. You may feel hungry after some time, but lust is not something like that. The more you give into lust, the more it increases. It's like adding ghee to a fire. When you add ghee to a fire, you make it more intensified, right? It burns more. So lust, catering to lust is not going to be very easy. Just by pandering to it and saying, okay, I'll buy this, doesn't mean anything. It'll again, the minute you have that, the desire to own it is over, and then you want something more. You want more toys. It's like sugar addiction, alcohol addiction. Lust is also an addiction. So you have to learn to control it rather than saying, I will feed it a little and then see what happens. It doesn't go away. It just keeps coming back again and again. It is exactly like fire, and again I'm quoting from the Bhagavad Gita. When you offer something lovable to it, it does not subside. It only aggravates When one desire is fulfilled, it is a temporary happiness, but when it keeps coming back, and it spoils happiness and peace, leading to wrath, anger, and even tears. Tears come from the sorrow of not being able to obtain what we want. So there is no way how you can control it partially. Both lust and anger are two sides of unfulfilled desires. We express our anger against those who stand in our way of getting our desires fulfilled, or we become depressed and start lamenting and weeping. The evil power of anger is perhaps worse than lust, and we should be very conscious of these two twin tyrants of anger and wrath. Before we get aggressive and angry against the other person, we should internally contemplate what we are putting ourselves into. Therefore, never let the demon of anger conquer you. What happens in case of anger? How do you control it? I like this beautiful concept which I read somewhere, I'm not sure where, definitely not in the Bhagavad Gita, is you should file an FIR on your anger. FIR is see how frequently you are getting angry, how much is the intensity of the anger, and how much time do you take to recover. So first, reduce the frequency. If you're getting angry every day, maybe 3 times a day, try to make it once a day and say today's quote of anger is over, so I will no longer get angry. Second, see the intensity with which you get angry, because if you react immediately, somebody said, some food is not of the right choice or anything like that, people throw tantrums. Tantrums is also an wrath, tantrum, all are forms of anger. So see the intensity, and third, see how quickly you are able to recover. You have to reduce the frequency, you have to reduce the intensity, and you have to reduce the time that it is taking to recover. If it taking you an hour, try to make it half an hour. So filing this FIR, maintaining a journal. I've been a big advocate of journaling. Maintaining a journal of all your day-to-day behavior, including your control over anger, will help you. But please understand, anger comes from lust. So when you desire something, you tell your mind, this is not going to happen in this janam, maybe in the next janam, right? So you're not going to get it. Tell your mind that you can't get it. If you are ambitious enough to, then work towards it. Nothing wrong with that. So I want to be a chartered accountant. I'm now 10 years old, 12 years old. That's a very good thing to have, right? Use it positively, work towards it, study. Becoming a doctor, becoming a lawyer, becoming a chartered accountant is all going to take long hours of study and maybe 3-4 years of study. And then you're going to qualify. So that's a good thing to have. But to say, no, I need it now, I need it immediately, I have a father who can pay for it, I want a car or anything, that leads to more lust, more anger, and then frustration, right? Then you suddenly can't get it for whatever reasons. That leads you to anger. So FIR will help you in reducing your anger. And please understand, anger comes from lust. So if you control lust, you will control your anger. Thank you.